I'm Matt, and I'm going to take a jog through this Reconstruction site. Let's go! Reconstruction! Yeah, Are you the manager of this Reconstruction site?
I am, but I also play soccer in my free time.
That's cool. What are some of the goals of Reconstruction?
Well, the main goal of Reconstruction is to bring the southern states that seceded back into the Union through President Johnson's amnesty acts. The second goal is to reform their governments to align with the desires of the northern Republicans. Alright, the third goal of Reconstruction is to fix the economy after the industrial decline after the Civil War. The fourth goal is to solidify the rights of the newly freed African Americans through education and voter registration. And the fifth and final goal is to put government money back into the private sector through education and voter registration. Hey Matt, you want to play me?
Let's do it.
Hey! What's that for?
Sorry, didn't see you there.
You can tell it's a big stretch set because of the way that it is. That's pretty neat. Oh, is this the manager's notes? Let's see. So, well, the positive is Reconstruction. You mean there were very many neat things. The first neat thing was the new rights given to African Americans with 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments. The 13th Amendment, that abolished slavery. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. The 14th Amendment, that granted all the African freed slaves citizenship. That's pretty neat. And the 15th Amendment granted them the right to vote. How neat is that?
That's pretty neat.
And that's pretty neat. The second really neat thing was the creation of the Freedmen's Bureau, which government assistance to the African Americans. How neat is that?
That's pretty neat.
And the third really neat thing was passing the Civil Rights Act of 1875, which offered more protection to African Americans. Now that's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
Well, enjoy the rest of your nature walk. Weirdo.
That's pretty neat.
Hello, sad construction worker. I've heard lots of good things about the Reconstruction. Can you tell me some bad things, though? If there are any?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, as soon as Lincoln got assassinated, President Andrew Johnson went into office, and I don't know, Lincoln had like some pretty progressive ideas about, you know, bringing the South back, but as you can see, that didn't really work out. I mean, like, nothing was ever done, man. Nothing was ever done. President Andrew Johnson didn't get anything done, and people didn't like him. So he was actually tried for impeachment. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And you know, like, the worst part about Reconstruction was like some white supremacy groups, man. Like Ku Klux Klan was formed. The 13th, 14th Amendments were created, but still, man, segregation was just intense. I mean, not only that, but African Americans were intimidated. Black codes were created, and these codes were created by the South to limit African Americans from their freedoms, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Not only that, the sharecropping system was brought up too, and that was looked as a good thing for a while, but it dramatically failed, which caused a lot of problems in the South as well. And lastly, man, the corruption. The corruption was terrible. Carpetbaggers moved south, man, and they just took advantage of this situation. Not only that, riots started breaking out, increased violence. People were dying, man. a sad time.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't even want to start thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, man. I don't know. The government gave up using force against this problem, man. They just let it happen. Overall, the North failed to bring the South back.
Wow. On a brighter note, are you going to finish that?
Nah, man. Take it.
Yes. Thank you for your time. The KKK. What is that? I wonder if she knows anything.
Come hither, boy. I shall teach you of the KKK. Well, if you look over here at this construction site, this is where it began. Here in Penisac, Tennessee. In 1866, actually. The founders were of the law office of Judge Thomas N. Jones, as I believe is correct. It was a social movement to the response of the 13th Amendment, as which you should have learned, boy. And by 1868, the KKK had 500,000 Klansmen and developed secret signals and codes. They mostly gained momentum by members. They gained momentum and members. Pardon me, my good sir.
You're pardoned.
Thank you. They gained members and momentum by capitalizing on anger with the 14th Amendment and the fear that African Americans were going to take over the South. So, they appealed mainly to the lower class by casting issues onto one race, which was the African Americans, and called that race evil. So, not only did they simply put fear onto people, but they also terrorized white members so that they would join the KKK. It truly was just a terrible program. I would never join this type of thing.
Like Ivy?
Oh, yes, no, Ivy is a beautiful thing, excuse you. The government finally stepped in and offered more protection during elections for African Americans, and law enforcement began to arrest and prosecute members. And finally it disappeared in 1873. So boy, now that you've learned something, I free thee.
Thanks, lady.
Leave now.
I didn't understand a word you said.
Crumpets and cookies.
This has been a nice jog through Reconstruction. I learned a lot of cool things. I got this awesome hammer and this really cool pink hat. See you later. That's pretty neat.
What is that?